Welcome to the October 15th Medicine Hat Police Commission regular meeting. We will open this evening with a land acknowledgement. The Medicine Hat Police Service and its Police Commission honor and acknowledge that we are situated on Treaty 7 and Treaty 4 territory, the traditional lands of the Siksika, Kainai, Piikani, Stoney Nakoda, and Tsuut'ina, as well as the Cree, Sioux, and Saulteaux bands of the Ojibwe peoples. We also acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Métis Nation. At this time, I'll ask Commission members present to make the Chair aware of any known conflicts of interest related to tonight's agenda. Seeing none, we will move on to the agenda itself. And can we have a motion to approve or amend as presented? Commissioner Robles and Councillor Hirsch. Anybody opposed? Abstained? The agenda is approved as circulated. As part of your pre-meeting package last week, you received the September 17th, 2025 open meeting minutes. Motion to approve or amend as circulated.
So moved.
Commissioner Thorson, Councillor Dumanowski, thank you. Anybody opposed? Abstained? The minutes are approved as presented. Moving on to standing items, Chief Murphy, police budget update.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just briefly, I have a current positive variance year to date of $120,000, predicting a negative variance of about $137,000 at year end, driven largely by the way our current benefit rates for police officers are trending, but we'll continue to monitor. It may start to correct itself, and we'll let you know next month where it sits. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Murphy. And the AAPG report, Commissioner Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I attended a regular meeting, in-person meeting in Calgary on the 20th of September. The training material for commissions is still ongoing. It appears that much of the efforts of that seem to be going more towards police committees. As I stated before, we have a meeting with the ADM on November 3rd. If anyone has anything they would like added or brought up. And please keep in mind that the conference is on 29th to 30th of May in Tabor. And more information will be coming as it becomes available. Any questions? Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Johnson. With the AAPG conference in Southern Alberta, we can expect that to fill up quickly. So if you, Commissioner Johnson will keep us updated, but if you're interested in attending, we'll make sure that we get the registrations in as early as possible. With that, we'll move on to the Office of the Chief report, and I'll just turn that over to Chief Murphy for that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll turn the operational services report over to Inspector Graham.
Thank you, Chief Murphy. Good evening, Commission members. I'm going to start tonight's meeting with just highlighting a few of the incidents that happened over September. I do, before I get into that, want to say that September was a significantly busy month for operational matters for the city. But I'll turn your attention to page 11 of your package. And I'll start off by highlighting an incident that occurred on September 16th in the morning when our patrol section responded to a report of a suspicious vehicle in the 900 block of Elm Street. Upon arrival, the officers arrested a male who was wanted on an outstanding warrant. It was during this arrest, the individual was found in possession of some methamphetamine, and in a subsequent search of him and the vehicle revealed a .22 caliber semi-automatic MP40 with a suppressor. Also additional to that was some ammunition, a taser, 2 cans of bear spray. So this individual was identified as 58-year-old male from Bellevue, Alberta. He is known to police and is affiliated with the Rock Machine Motorcycle Club. The male was charged with several offenses, including unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of a prohibited weapon, 2 counts of that, as well as possession of methamphetamine. Secondly, I'd like to draw your attention to another matter that occurred on September 16th in the afternoon. Patrol members attended to the 800 block of 14th Street Northeast after receiving a report of a male being chased by another male armed with a knife and an axe. While the officers were speaking with the complainant, the suspect was observed carrying both weapons and approached police in a very aggressive manner. Despite multiple commands by the police for this individual to relinquish his weapons, the suspect refused to comply. So consequently, the officer deployed a single less lethal projectile round, which successfully prevented the suspect from advancing further. The suspect was then taken into custody without incident, assessed by EMS, where he was found to have no injuries. The investigation determined that the accused and the victim were known to each other, and like I said, the accused suffered only minor injuries as a result of this less lethal ammunition being deployed. This male, 45-year-old individual from Lethbridge, was charged with break and enter to commit assault with a weapon, assault, utter threats, possession of a weapon dangerous to the public. This incident here highlights the extreme skill and I guess patience that these officers demonstrated in handling this matter. I think it was safe to say that it could have ended much differently under these circumstances. And finally, I'm going to have you all turn to page 13 of your package, and I'll just speak to one final incident that occurred. Downtown patrol officers responded to a break and enter to a business downtown where the front window was smashed and a large number of comic books were stolen. Our downtown patrol unit identified the suspect immediately, and he was arrested. So he was located, and we recovered 81 stolen comic books as a result of this. 46-year-old male was charged as well. I only highlight this as well because it's, again, highlighting the positive and great work our downtown patrol unit continues to do on a day-to-day basis. I'd be glad to take any questions.
Commissioner Johnson?
Reference a traffic report. It seems that the numbers seem to be awful small as far as IRSs, and also on a traffic report, is there any indication of other duties that they may be doing, like injury crashes and stuff? What they could have been busy with? Because, like I said, the numbers seem rather small.
Yeah, it's simply as a result of staffing and personnel issues. So we're having to basically our traffic unit is at a point now where we don't have as many people in the unit at this time. So those are why those numbers are lower than they typically are.
And I take it as we get more recruits online, that will change?
Yeah, absolutely. And further to your comment, our traffic unit not only deals with the things that are obvious that the public would see, operational matters such as traffic accidents and vehicle stops, but they also have administrative duties that they deal with regards to upkeep of instruments like roadside, instruments, alk tests, breathalyzers, stuff like that, vehicle maintenance in our building. So there are a lot of other duties that they're also fulfilling during their work week and days.
So is it fair to say that their traffic members are covering patrol shifts?
No.
Commissioner Johnson, we'll have to take this offline. I can't elaborate on some of the reasons for the staffing, but I can do that offline. It's not appropriate in a public meeting. Okay, thank you. Mr. Chair, I'll turn it over to the Investigation and Support Services side of the House with Inspector West.
Thanks, Chief. Turning first to the criminal investigations section. So on September 15th, patrols responded to a robbery of a liquor store on Dunmore Road. And even though, a number of different types of resources were deployed to find the subject, the major crime, this is another good example of the cooperation between patrols and the willingness of our major crimes unit to pick up these types of files. The major crimes unit took carriage of the file, recovered some video from the store, really pounded the pavement along Dunmore Road there and managed to identify a suspect, then track down the suspect and make an arrest. And The other reason I thought I'd highlight this one is these types of robberies, so it was with a weapon, quite violent, thankfully quite rare, and injuries were actually sustained on this one. So it just goes to show the potential for violence in those situations and the great cooperation. And as I always say, good old-fashioned police work on the part of the major crime section. I'll have you turn to page 16, 17 of the report, and to sum up these two files, I know in the last few months, Alerts hasn't had much reporting. They've been working on a number of files, but pulled together two great files, local files, very impactful with regard to arresting the traffickers and making good seizures. So all in all, we had one file, about $12,000 in cash and drugs, and the second file, if you read through there, about $14,000 in drugs and cash. I have to say, between the two files, these traffickers hit just about every type of illegal drug there is. So from these seizures, cocaine, crack cocaine, meth, fentanyl, and some magic mushrooms. So just some great files, and to emphasize local files with big impact in the community. And thirdly, I just wanted to turn your attention to the training unit there. So in September, we rolled out our casualty care program. So this is a very advanced type of first aid, if you will. This is strictly for dealing with large gaping bleeding wounds, which are unfortunately happen with some frequency in law enforcement. And it may be something like a gunshot, or it may be something like a knife, but I know some of these casualty care skills have been used when somebody's when a subject has put their hand through a glass window and has an arterial bleed. Police officers are prepared to use tourniquets, pressure bandages, and other medical equipment to take care of, the urgency until EMS gets there. So this was a long time coming. This was a grassroots initiative on the part of one of our constables who delivered this training to the tactical team. They worked their way up the chain and came to fruition this September with a full rollout. So we got about 40 officers trained. So you may see officers carrying some of that equipment. It's in sort of a low-profile medical pouch. They have a chest seal in there. They have tourniquets. They've had tourniquets for a while, and a pressure bandage in there, and they're fully prepared to take care of those types of injuries on themselves, other officers, and anybody else in the community that has those injuries. So we were happy to get that off the ground. And that's all I have, unless anybody had any questions.
Seeing none, we'll move on, Chief.
Mr. Chair, Deputy Chief Saney is on annual leave right now, so there's no Deputy Chief's report this evening. So I'll move on to myself with Chief's report. You probably saw for the Office of the Chief report this month, there is a large list of events that our team has attended throughout the month of September. October and November are no different. It's going to be a long list all fall. It's very busy, but it's been great public engagement that we've been involved in. And the only thing I wanted to mention otherwise is last Thursday marked 30 years of combined service for Inspector West with the Calgary Police Service, which Joe was with for a few years, but then he saw the light like the rest of us and came to Medicine Hat. And most of Joe's service is with the Medicine Hat Police Service. So as of last Thursday, I'd like to congratulate Joe on 30 years of service in law enforcement in our province. And that's it for me, Mr. Chair.
Any questions for the chief? Okay, quickly moving on to new business. There were a couple of versions of a terms of reference circulated. That's an enhancement of an ad hoc committee that served for the last 12 months with a recommendation for that to become a standing committee. If the commission chooses to establish that, we would need a motion. So if someone prepared to move that we establish a standing governance committee. Commissioner Thorson, Commissioner Chukwunura, thank you. Any discussion around that topic? Seeing none, we will vote. Anybody abstained? Opposed? That motion is carried and the committee is established. The first order of business will be to appoint at least 2 interim members of that committee. Is anybody interested in volunteering? Commissioner Thorson, Commissioner Chukwunura, thank you. Anyone else? Commissioner Johnson, thank you. Perfect. Then everything will be turned over to you to determine who your chair is and to finalize the terms of reference. Thank you. With that, there is no community consultation. We have no one in the gallery. And I will take the opportunity to address 2 additional points. It has been my pleasure to be a part of this for almost 2 years now. And for those 2 years, Councillors Hirsch and Dumanowski have been our council representatives on commission. I would like to recognize their service. We know one isn't returning. We know one is hopeful to return. And regardless of that, the leadership, institutional knowledge, and counsel that you provided, I think, is invaluable in both of your cases. You have big workloads on your plate as councillors for the City of Medicine Hat, and serving on these committees while required. You can choose to be engaged or you can choose not to be. And I've been very proud to work along both sides of you, alongside both of you. So on my behalf, and I think on behalf of the Commission, we want to thank you for your service to the City and to the Police Commission. Anybody want to comment or add on that before I move on to the next? No? With that then, this evening, I am proud to announce that after significant work on behalf of the Commission and the Governance Committee that previously was ad hoc, Chief Murphy has accepted our contract offer, and we have renewed his contract through the end of 2031. That was a significant amount of work, and I think it's something that we're very proud of. And so the service has been notified earlier today, and we're making the announcement public now. So I want to just recognize Chief and thank you for continuing service to City of Medicine Hat. Thank you very much. Seeing nothing else on the agenda, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Councillor Hirsch, thank you. We will be back in November on the 19th here in Council Chambers at 6 p.m. And there is a December meeting on the schedule, but that will be determined in November based on Christmas holidays and availability. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.